These are interesting. I've never seen these before. What is this? Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to our Minecraft series for 2025, where we play Minecraft every day. And today is, of course, the third day. Happy January 3rd, by the way. Hope you're having a great time, where I've added a couple of more mods. For the longest... You know what? Can we sleep now? Can we sleep and just skip all of this? Do we have to actually go through the night? I love that you can look at this block of wood that I'm holding. That's rather funny. Hopefully the rain goes away now. That would be lovely. Now, I said that I wanted this to be a mostly vanilla experience, and I stand by that. However, we do have a map just to make exploration a little bit easier, and looks like there's something going on over here. Is this a mushroom biome? These used to be really rare. Are these still really rare? These might not be as rare as they used to be, if that's what this is. It says it's Mushroom Fields region. So yeah, maybe they're just not as... I tell you what, back in beta Minecraft, I had a dream about going to one of these and finding some sort of princess. But that was a long time ago. Apparently she was real as well. That's crazy. Crazy things have happened to me in Minecraft. Who knows what might happen next? Will Raymond Card show up? Will Iroth make an appearance? I hope not. I would like a normal, regular Minecraft series for once, where nothing strange happens at all. But we've had the map mod, and of course we have had the JEI mod to figure out, just what items are available and how to craft them. I have added, Walia was not available for this version of Minecraft, but I added a different mod called Reader, and if you look at the bottom center of the screen, it just shows you what you're looking at. So that's pretty handy. It doesn't seem to be as fully featured as Walia, but it does look like much more like something you would actually find in Minecraft, and it's much less intrusive, I think. At first, I was distracted by it, but I think the longer you look at it, the less you notice it. And it's possible there's settings for it that I just don't know about. Like, we can go to mods and have a look at it. There's no config options. There's nothing you can do. You just have to live with it. That's fine. The other thing that I added was I went ahead and got mouse tweaks, so I can now hold down shift and just click things into chests. Much improved over the vanilla Minecraft experience, such that it should just be in the base game. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. You see how the total amount of health on the stone pickaxe, like the durability, is higher than the two of these combined? That's why you don't want to actually let your tools break. So here's where we were last time, working on building my home. Now, I don't have a design in mind completely just yet, but we're still working on figuring that out. It's going to be something along these lines, I'll tell you that much for sure. We do still need to get more of these stone bricks so we can fill in what's left of the floor, because our original design was much smaller than where we're currently at. But what we were waiting for was to get copper ingots to build a copper door, which I've never done before. I don't know if these are like iron doors, where we'll need buttons or pressure plates to open them. It seems like no, although it might be nice to have those. So if we wanted to have, say, a button on the outside that we could press when we wanted to go in, and maybe even one on either side, so it didn't matter what side of the door we had to hit, that would be pretty nice. And we need to cook up some more cobblestone anyway, so we'll add in a few of those. And to make sure that we don't have any waste, let's also crawl down here and collect even more cobblestone. We do need to try to find iron still. The problem is, early game as we are, there's just so much to do, and it's hard to stay focused on any one given task at any given time. The sort of, right now, what I'm prone to doing is just constantly shifting between one task to another, sort of rapidly and seemingly at random, just as ideas sort of hit and as thoughts spark in my mind. Like, oh yeah, back to mining real quick. Okay, hold on, no. Oh wait, no, hold on, no, we gotta build the house. We gotta have a house. We gotta build the house real quick, and then it's just back and forth constantly. We'll go ahead and toss all those in there, take these out, and that'll give us one additional button, as well as some more stone bricks. So there we go. So now we have a button on either side, and it almost looks decorative. So there you have it. That's how we can do that. And then on the inside, we might just have a pressure plate. Although there's no point in putting one in there just now, because we actually need to break out all of this. So we might leave the grass there, or we might replace it with some sort of a road-like material. I don't have anything in mind. I think you can do paths now. Maybe, is that right-clicking with a shovel? How do you do that? Yeah, you can make like a path. But apparently you can't have that under your door, unfortunately. So maybe we break the door just temporarily, and we get ourselves that, and then we put the door back down. There we go. It kind of looks funny because you can just sort of barely see that bottom bit, but maybe we'll stop noticing after a while. Meanwhile, on the inside, it's time to finish up the foundations. That's what we're going to focus on now. We're going to shore up the foundations of the house, and I call them foundations, but it really is just the floor, because the actual walls are being built on dirt, which is probably not the best, but it's going to be okay because it's Minecraft, and there's not any real sort of logic to the building. There's no weight to these objects. They're not going to sink into the ground. And it would take longer to collect the stone necessary to go under the walls. So as long as we just don't think about the fact that all of our walls are built on dirt, we can't actually be bothered by it. Wow, that was not enough. I thought it would be, and I was wrong and a fool. That's embarrassing. So we're going to have to go ahead and clear up what's left of the dirt, and we're going to have a lot of dirt by the time this is all done. So if we wanted to make our island bigger, we could do that. Dirt might not be the best material to do that with. We need to move all of this inside as well, eventually. But what I was saying is dirt might not be the best material for such a task. So we'll have to wait and see. So we got a bit more stone, and I think maybe we just go collect more stone even. And before we head down there, let's think ahead a little bit. You know, let's operate as though we have a functioning mind. There we go. I can now use the mouse wheel to scroll and pull items out. Oh, this should just be in the game, but we're going to bring a second pickaxe with us, and we're going to head down deep this time, because we're still hoping that we'll come across a bit of iron down here in the mines that we've been working on. So that would be swell. And look, now I don't have to think about it anymore. I can just look and see that that's granite, that's stone, that's gravel. I mean, I guess I would have known that just from looking at them, but... So before, we discussed possibly digging off in a different direction, but now that I'm down here... I definitely hear zombies sort of this direction. They sound like they're up into this way, maybe. We're going to try to make our way towards them. Yeah, I think we're definitely facing the right direction as we dig into the andesite here. Oh, they sound like they're to my right now, possibly. I don't want to just stumble into a cave full of zombies, but if I can sort of have a controlled entry in such a way that I can like get the jump on them, could be useful, especially because in a cave, it's easier. Oh gosh, we're close. It sounds like they're moving. Oh, they're right on top of me now. Not literally above me, so to speak, but we're close to them. Like they sound like they're just right below or right above. If only we had 3D audio, we'd be getting somewhere. What we do have here is iron, so that's great. That's a good discovery. I want to find a cave, because it makes it easier to collect items, because you can just see them in the walls. You don't have to waste time digging. So that would be great. And then also, you never know what else you might find. What is that? Oh, that's what iron looks like now, huh? I don't like that. Not everything needs to be changed. You know, what we had was good before. Microsoft, Mojang. You don't need to dirty up everything with your bad ideas. This looks ridiculous. Raw iron. Really? This is what we're doing now. Okay, whatever. I mean, I don't really have a say, I guess. Do I have an underground map? I know that my mini-map would probably show me which way to go, but that feels a bit cheaty right now. We've already used the mini-map to sort of cheatily look for... Or, sorry, the maxi-map, the big map, if you will. We kind of used it to cheatily look for sheep, I believe, in the second installment of this series. So, I really don't want to continue doing that, because that feels really cheap and cheaty. So we're not going to use the mini-map now to try to find a cave. It's got to be above us, though. Just based on the sounds, it's either right above or right below us. I don't know... Ooh. What is this? Smooth basalt. Ooh. What? Sorry, calcite? These are interesting. I've never seen these before. What is this? A block of amethyst! Okay, we talked about this before. We apparently need this for something. Can I just freely collect this stuff? What do I use for amethyst? So amethyst shards will create a block of amethyst. But amethyst blocks don't seem to have a use. The shards themselves can be used to make things like tinted glass, a calibrated skulk scanner sensor, a spyglass. That's pretty cool. A block of amethyst. But again, how do you get amethyst from a block of amethyst? Do we just break it with something else? This feels wrong. This feels like it's just going to go away forever. Yeah, no, that's not what you do. I guess now we know. Where are the zombies, though? There's so much amethyst. Oh! Check this place out. This is cool. Oh, hi there. Yeah, come on down. Come on down. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nope, that's fine. Okay. So we've stumbled our way into some sort of amethyst mine. Do I need to be weary of anything in here? I guess this is where you get amethyst crystals. This is awesome! And there's a whole cave system and everything. Okay, it's not that extensive. I was expecting it to be more extensive. We'll place down plenty of lighting, so that maybe we can prevent more things from spawning in the future. And here we are. This is our cave. This is it. And I guess it was just that one zombie this whole time. I don't know why, but I was expecting it to be a bit more of a grandiose discovery. You know, I'm not sure what to do with basalt other than use it as a building material. So there don't seem to be any uses for smooth basalt. You can make it if you have regular basalt, but I don't know how to get regular basalt. And the uses for it are just to make polished basalt, which, I don't know, folks. I'm not sure. And what about this stuff? What do you do with calcite? Apparently nothing. It has no recipe and no uses. It kind of looks nice. I can see a world where we replace our floor with this stuff. It makes a funny squishy noise. It sounds like a squelching sound, and normally squelching sounds aren't pleasant. But it does look very similar to marble, so that could be fun. Well, that's the end of that pick. I forgot to actually combine it with its companion, unfortunately. Am I collecting this? Is this working? Am I doing this properly? Looks like I am. These are buds. Maybe you're not supposed to break the buds. Well, that's also a bud. Large buds? Amethyst cluster. That's probably what we want to break, is the clusters. And probably when we break the buds, they don't drop anything. And we're probably supposed to leave them until they grow. Well, if I just leave the blocks here, will they continue to grow? Like, is this an infinite supply of amethyst at this point? Have I messed up already by collecting any of it? Was I supposed to leave it in some sort of pristine condition indefinitely? Probably, and that's unfortunate, but life goes on. Fine. I see more iron up there. I'll go ahead and collect that. We'll use dirt as a building material because it's underground, so who cares? And that'll be perfect for reaching this up here. Even though it doesn't make any sense in terms of building a structure, it's fine. Not everything needs to have logic and reasoning behind it. That's just nothing else up there. Let's head back out of here. We can finally create a new stone pick. Isn't our staircase along here somewhere? Hold on, let me try to get a feeling for... Yeah, right there. So if I want quick and easy access to inside of here, if I just dig in this direction, we should eventually cross paths with my trail, my walkway. There we go. So I was actually confused about what level we would need to be at in order to start digging in that direction. So I kind of got a little crazy. And I dug down and then back up again. But it turns out I think if I had just gone straight, it would have been sort of the best thing to do. That's okay. We'll fix it later. We'll fix it when we have a proper pickaxe to do things with. For now, we need to head back up to the surface. I'm going to keep eating my cooked salmon, which we're now officially out of, but we do have plenty of tropical fish that we can go prepare as well. So that'll be a delicious, nutritious treat. We could consider building a fire as well and using that instead, because I don't think that requires any fuel. And also, there's no chance of wasting. Like, normally when you use a piece of coal or charcoal, if you don't have 8 items to cook, whatever remains just gets wasted. But we wouldn't have to worry about that with a fire. So, let's have a quick nap. I love that we have just a completely useless door. It can in no way protect us from the beasts what surround our home, such as this skeleton who's now fleeing, and that did not help me any. There we are. That was beautiful. Oh, yeah. So there's the pond with the secret entrance into our underground mining operation. And here's eventually where our home is going to be. Lovely place, truly a lovely place. So let's get back in here and continue making more stone. And then also, we've got to figure out how to make a fireplace or a fire. See, I don't know what a soul campfire is, and I don't know why you would want one unless you just want blue flame. So coal or charcoal, as well as logs and sticks, are all that we need. Now, I have gone ahead and put all of our coal into the furnace there. Let's take care of this spider before it gets dark and it becomes hostile again. I like the idea of befriending the spider and having it be my ally in the war against the beasts, but it's not going to happen. It's eventually, once the sun goes down, it's going to turn on me. It's like that little old lady who brought the snake in because the snake was like, "Ooh, I'm cold and I'm hungry." And then as soon as it got dark, the snake ate the woman. And the woman was like, "Why are you doing this? You promised me you would protect me." And he said, "You stupid old crone, you knew what I was when you brought me in." And it's supposed to be like a moral lesson about not being a gullible fool. But I always just think that it would make one crazy horror short, you know? Like, I'd love to see that brought to life. Maybe as a DreamWorks, you know, but not funny DreamWorks. Like, you know how sometimes DreamWorks will do a serious? Like, they'll do a How to Train Your Dragon. Imagine a twist on How to Train Your Dragon, where instead, after befriending Toothless, instead of them becoming good mates, Toothless does just actually eat him. And when Hiccup is like, "What happened, Toothless?" He goes like, "You old fool, you knew what I was when you took me in." Because he's a dragon, you know. Just an idea, just a thought, just a concept for you there. If you work at DreamWorks and want to pass that idea along, I'd appreciate it. But what was I doing? I've already lost track. Oh, right. We need to create some more charcoal. So we're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then one of these ought to get us... Hold on, leave all of that in there. That should cook up 2 of these. There we go. Yeah, and then that'll cook up the other 8. And then we'll come back in a moment, and we'll take out the 1, and we'll make the campfire with it. And maybe we should make like a little area for it. Should we have the campfire be sort of outside the door here? Maybe centered up on the trail, kinda? Maybe as like a place to rest when we're going about our work. Have the campfire be right here. So we would put a block of just regular old stone underneath it. There we go. Maybe that doesn't make sense. Maybe it should be gravel. Maybe that makes more sense. Because gravel kind of looks like ash. Right? That's where I'm thinking right now. That's where my headspace is. But also, we need to cook up this iron that we've collected. So we'll take some of the charcoal, plop that in there. We'll throw in our 7 pieces of raw iron. We're eventually going to get a new iron pickaxe, which is going to be very exciting, because we can combine it with this other one once it starts to lose some of its damage, and we'll get back more than what we put in. That's a system we've already spoken of before. Well, let's create the fire now, because I think we've got everything we need for it in our inventory. Campfire, logs, sticks, charcoal. Great. And then we should have all of the iron we need to create a new pickaxe. And we can go ahead and get a piece of gravel as well. We're going to replace this bit of stone with the gravel. There you go. And then the fireplace on top. That looks fantastic. And then where's our shovel? What have I done with that? It's still in my inventory right here. We'll have the trail kind of... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to right-click the fire. That is unfortunate. I just wanted it to look like it was well worn around the fire and it's got the ash underneath it. Can we make a flint and steel? Actually, we might be able to, and maybe we can use that to relight it, because we do have flint and we do have iron. As far as Minecraft is concerned, when you combine the two, it becomes a flint and steel, and you're not supposed to question it. There we go. And so now we can I not cook up... What can I do with tropical fish? Do you just eat them raw? That doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Shouldn't you put them on the fire to cook them? I'm pretty sure you can cook a potato. Like, I know we wanted to... Yeah. I know we talked about planting the rest of these, and I still plan on it. What can you do with rotten flesh? Still just nothing? Is there still no uses for rotten flesh? Apparently not. Raw cod! That can be cooked. So the only thing you can do with tropical fish is just eat them raw? Yeah, there's no other uses. I guess we could probably, let them go. Just set them free. I'm not going to. I'm eating them like they're sardines at this point. I'm just gonna chow them all down. Gosh darn it, I put in a lot of effort to collect those. Look at that. I love that it just throws the items out on the ground when they're done cooking. That's fun. Kind of annoying if you don't want to worry about them despawning or anything. Oh, now I got to figure out what mod allows you to middle click to sort a chest, because this is just ridiculous. It's constant. It's just constant. You got to fix this game. The game ships unfinished to the player, and you got to add all of these other things to make it work properly. You got to add a different mod to sort your inventory. Gosh darn it! It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. It becomes more absurd the more you hear it, and that's absolutely absurd. Okay, now, finishing up the flooring at last, even though we've already discussed that maybe we're going to change the flooring in the future. And that's okay, because we'll have plenty of stone brick we can use elsewhere. If we do decide to use either that or the polished diorite, I don't know if I like the look of it. Not quite sure about that. The calcite, though, I need to see how it sounds under my feet, right? So if we clear away just a section of it here in the middle, we plop it down. It sounds okay to walk on. I was worried it was going to sound squishy. Because, you know, it kind of sounds squishy when you collect it and when you put it down. Okay, maybe we start to go collect some more of that, and we have it be the center of the floor. In the meantime, we can relocate the bed. Plop it down kind of like here, because this is going to be sort of the bed area. And we can start to move all of this inside and no longer have it just stacked up out here haphazardly. Music is on point right now. I want to throw that out. So if we come in, here we are. Storage over there. Crafting here while looking out at the sea of kelp that we need to go collect. So, crafting table. I didn't even collect that. I just left that sitting over here, didn't I? Yeah. There we are. That's going to bother me. We need to correct that. That's going to bother me an awful lot every time I look at it. There's probably other spots around the house that are like that especially along this side, possibly? No, okay. I think we took care of this over here with the stairs, so I think that all looks fine. Yeah, this is great. Okay. Get the crafting table. Center it up. And then to one side, we'll have 1, 2, 3 furnaces. To the other side, we will have our blast furnace and our smoker. And then eventually, maybe even that stone cutter. Although it looks like we probably have everything we need for that if we hadn't... Oh, no, actually, we do have everything we need for that. So we can go ahead and make it. It's just 3 stone and an iron ingot. So we can go ahead and hit A to clear that. Does this require any type of fuel? Or do you just put things in it and it just sort of... Oh! That's pretty handy. I like that. Okay. Can't do anything with that. That's entirely useless. That's okay. That's alright. We already knew that. We expected that. Let's take out our diorite. This is sort of like a chisel that you would get in a mod pack. So we can place that in there. And if we want polished diorite, we just select it. Doesn't seem to require any type of fuel source. Let's plop it down directly next to this stuff and see if we like one more than the other. Because I am rather partial already to this calcite, right? I think it looks okay. Yeah, the polished diorite, my main problem with it is that it doesn't connect together. It's very clearly individual pieces, which would work well in certain instances. I can see wanting that type of a look in a particular build, but not this one. It's not what I want for my house. It's going to have to go. We're going to have to get rid of it, and we're going to have to go collect a whole lot more of this calcite, I think. That's how we're going to build the floor. I've made that determination. In the meantime, our chests are going to start going down. I don't want to get too close to that saw. Let's place this one. I did say we would use this area over here for storage. So we'll place down one, and we'll put down just a bunch of stuff in it. And the reason is we're going to go break those double chests and start moving their content over. And that's going to create a horrible mess, and we'll have to be able to collect all of those items. There we go. Perfect. Not as bad as I was worried it would be. And then now that this is a double chest, we'll make another double chest over here. And then we can start the process of trying to sort things out. But for now... Oh, right. I don't have to do that anymore. I can just hold down right-click. That's right. I installed an entire mod in order to avoid what is an objective problem with the base game that they've had every opportunity to fix and have chosen not to, for reasons beyond my reckoning. But they added turtles, guys. They added turtles. Not adding useful features, but they are adding turtles, which we can't even eat as far as I can tell. So I don't even know why they're in the game. Kind of useless if you ask me. Let's go ahead and take another nap. And this may well be the last time we have tonight nap even, specifically to avoid monsters. Because we're getting very close to having a proper home. We're almost there. We're very close to having a place to call home, which is exciting. So let's build all this up. Do we want to use... What type of wood do we want to use? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do a bit of sorting first. Again, I need that middle mouse click to sort everything for me. That would be great. But let's take everything that is a plant. Dried kelp would count. So everything that is plant or plant-like. We'll put those over here in this chest. So we'll put all of these in here. Baked potatoes and raw potatoes. Rotten flesh isn't a plant, but it is a sort of natural... Well, I mean, I guess most of these things are naturally occurring. Dirt is naturally occurring, but you know what I'm trying to get at here. So there we go. And then also we'll take out our tools and all of our constructed items. Iron nuggets I don't think count. Sticks count. Bones, those are natural. Those are naturally occurring. So there we are. Wood is naturally occurring. We don't want to leave that in there. This is a processed good. This is a processed good. I guess we will take iron. Okay, we'll leave all of this in here like, well, no, I kind of want to take things that are useful. Well, oh man, I don't know what to take and what to leave at this point. I feel like maybe anything that's a block just gets left in here now. I think that's where we're at. Wood doesn't get left in here. But where does wood go? These are building blocks. And apparently stairs as well. Again, once we have the ability to sort chests, because I've now determined that that is a mod I'm going to have to install for the sake of my own sanity. Once we have that, everything will be better. Are there any different types of chests? Can't you make, like, barrels now, I think? So you do have your regular chest, your ender chest, and your trapped chest. Can you make a barrel, or is that my imagination? Can we make a barrel fun? You know what I'm getting at here? Right? Like, is that a thing we can do? It is, apparently. Okay. All right, we can actually do this. Let's do it, then. Create a couple of slabs. Just like that. You've made yourself a barrel. I guess you just plop it down wherever you want. Okay. All right. What would you store in a barrel? I'm going to put ores and things like flint and things like lapis. These are the sorts of things I'm going to put in a barrel. Got that lovely fire going. Great. And then things like weapons. A barrel of weapons? That, you know what? In concept, sounds kind of funny. We have plenty of those, though, so we don't need to make more. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's not go crazy. So our barrel of tools and weapons. So things like shears, a flint and steel. And all of our arrows are going to go in there. As well as maybe string, because it's used to make a bow, and eventually we'd like to have one of those. Sticks, I'm not sure what to do with. Maybe we hold on to those because they're useful for crafting. Torches go in there for sure. Doors don't, though. So once again, we return to here where we are going to create one more barrel. I haven't decided what this one is going to be used for, other than just maybe this is where crafted building materials go. So we get those stairs out of here. The stairs go in here with the doors and the slabs. This is blocks. We'll put wood in here. We've made the decision that wood goes in the blocks box. Amethyst should definitely go in here. There we go. Everything is sorted now and looking good. Everything is sorted and looking good. And we don't have walls yet. We have to pick what material we want to build those out of. I was thinking maybe birch. I like the look of birch wood. As soon as birch wood was added, it became my favorite type of wood, all the way up and until acacia was made. And acacia would look great with this door. No doubt about that. Because that kind of doesn't look great with that door. Really at all. I don't really like the way that looks one bit. That looks awful. We might have to go on a grand expedition to find acacia wood now. Which is unfortunate. Because I sort of wanted to have a finished house at some point. In the meantime, I mean, you know what? Maybe this is just the look. Maybe that's... Maybe we just fill all that in with glass. And in fact, I don't know if I ever really liked this, so that might get taken down now. Because it really does look rather awful in my opinion. I think it's got to go. I wasn't sold on it when I first did it, and the more I look at it, the more repulsive and downright repugnant I find it, to be quite honest. So there we go. Something along those lines is pretty good. And then, of course, we need to have sand to make glass. All of that will have to wait until tomorrow. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!